Hello everyone, welcome to Nanos, the battle inside. My name's Jay Beetle, and do you remember a little game called Enki, that horror game that I played a little while ago? Well, this is the same publisher, different developer I think. But if you're a fan of Breakout, then you're a fan of this game. If you're not, then there's nothing much to say, because that's pretty much all it is. Now that being said, I tried it a little while ago when the developers showed it to me, but it wasn't quite ready to play. And they updated it recently to make it better, and hopefully it is. So if you've ever played Breakout, it's as simple as breaking a little blocks. And before, you don't even want to see the footage I had because there were a lot of bugs. And by the way, this is early access, so it's gonna have bugs, but they were bugs, you know? And it wasn't worth recording because it wouldn't even show accurately the game. As a matter of fact, there would be times where the ball would get stuck just going in a circle over and over and over. The physics were really bad. And I say this not because I want to tear down the game, but just to say like, I grew up with Breakout as well as other games. And by the way, that just went out of bounds. But a lot of them were lacking. The better Breakout games had power-ups and things like that. This, I'm not really sure it brings something completely new to the game style, I guess. But it's something new. That's another time where I lost my ball and it came out. So yeah, it can get frustrating, but it's just, you know, nostalgic, I guess. The glitch. Oh, the glitch. I remember the glitch. Yes, not all the power-ups are good. The glitch makes your paddle move slightly, which could seem unfair. So this is one of those scenarios where it would have gotten stuck earlier, and it would just bob back and forth side to side. And I see that they fixed that. They said they've made massive improvements. Now that was just my fault. I have no more orbs. So if I screw this up, then say goodbye to this.
Speedball power.
Speedball, all right. Magnetized, all right. Yeah, they added more power-ups. They made the sound for getting them less annoying.
Level 10.
Okay, alright. Try again. This is technically story mode. I thought it opened with a cutscene, but essentially the cutscene says, hey, I'm a doctor, hey, I'm a nurse, we need to go inside this person's body and fix what's wrong with him, and to do that we must play Breakout. That's pretty much it. I don't really know if a story mode is really necessary with this type of game, but alas it is. Also, if you're into multiplayer games that are all local, you can play up to 4 players, as you might have seen in the 2 seconds that I played it, or the 2 seconds that I was on that menu, and it would essentially add extra players to the different sides, northwest, south, and east, or up, down, left, right, if you're a normal person, you talk like a normal person. But I'm only playing single player because no one else has this game, and I'm not even so sure it would be a fun multiplayer game anyway.
Extra life.
Oh gosh. Extra life power up at least. I probably won't do a whole series on this because this is in the essence, it's a game. I think it would be a much better, in this day and age, iOS game. Glitch, oh no, it moves me around. Oh, and the glitch doesn't last long. Level complete, alright. Different areas have differently shaped arenas. And now that the physics work okay, I have to say that's a good thing. However, it would be kind of interesting to see you control multiple paddles at the same time. I'm using a controller and I don't know. Let's see if I can actually. No, I can't use a mouse. I really like using a mouse. That's one of these games. It's precision. It might make the game too easy. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it can get slow because you're just waiting for the ball to come back. But in an iOS game, you're not really... I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm playing one, I'm almost watching TV every time. To be honest, I'm watching TV while I'm playing, and this is a perfect type of game for that. If you want to check out the game, it is on Steam Early Access. It's, I think, like just $5, and it's made by Sedesco, or published by Sedesco, sorry. And they've been putting out a couple of games in succession. I guess they're getting their publishing business going.
Glitch detected.
Okay, I looked away from the screen for a second there. Alright, I don't know what I have. I had reverse there. I have multi-balls. I don't know if both are real. There was a really annoying power-up before that it was like ghost multi-balls, and only one ball was real. Only one ball would break things. And that was a problem because they all looked the same. And then it would take away the real ball. And that was a glitch. So, I don't know. It's just, I shouldn't be talking about things that don't exist anymore, because really, as you can see, it's not that buggy. Except for there, I mean, I don't know if that was a bug or just an oversight, but surely you saw it went right through the paddle and the boundary. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. And this has changed a bit. There was a cutscene, I swear. It was an anime style, kind of like a visual novel, with a female nurse and a very young male doctor. But maybe they're working on that. The English was kind of bad, to be honest. It didn't make much sense. My description earlier of what it was sort of a guess, because the dialogue was kind of bad. That being said, they know, they take criticism very well, and they see the bad things in it, and they make them better, which is all you can ask from a EA game. I do have to say, alright, so the game starts out a little bit slow. It was a lot slower before, but it's still kind of slow. The thing that I think it excels in is the graphics. I mean, you can only make this type of game so compelling to look at, but it's alright. It's one of the better ones. What keeps the game fresh is the power-ups, but like I said, if it were just like a high scoreboard on an iOS game, I really think that would make it a lot better. Because iOS games, this thing's one button, a drag your finger across the screen type of thing. That's all you need, because all I'm using is the moving left and right on the Xbox controller. No other buttons. Other than launching two buttons. As a matter of fact, I have a ball in my slot. Oh, I cannot launch two at a time. Alright. That's something else that speeds things along a bit. Alright, I spoke a bit too soon. Oh, earthquake. If you didn't say anything. Female voice.
Speedball power up.
Speedball, okay. Alright, I lost that one fair and square, and that one fair and square. So I got 9 orbs though, so I don't know if that's from just... Alright, that's not great. Things have to be fair in a game like this. Because if the physics don't work right, or if things slip through corners where you cannot get to them, then it's kind of unfair, and this game's fairly easy to balance. I mean, as long as you can get to the ball in time every time, then what else is there really? Balance.
Smaller craft.
I guess you could get really imbalanced power-ups, but I don't see it right now. I mean, they seem pretty good. They seem... Let's see, we got the good ones and the bad ones. I've mostly been getting bad ones, I think. But I want to cure this guy. I do. I want to cure him. Just get right in there. Nope, not gonna happen. Okay. Oh no! Okay, I thought it would go through the hole. That's the thing about this type of game, the Breakout genre.
Level completed.
You gotta get to that last brick. Okay, whoa. What's going on here? How many are there? Am I just going as fast as I can here? I got 12 orbs. I took a drink at the wrong time. That's totally my fault. All right, let's go in there. Let's change things a bit. All right, so these look like germs, maybe germ capsules. They're supposed to represent disease, I have to assume. And it could be a little bit better to see when they're about to break. Perhaps make them darker as you hit them. I think that's pretty standard in Breakout games, is they get darker or they fade in general. I don't really know what else is expected from this game. They haven't really given us their plan. Not that they really need to. I mean, that's just an added bonus, but I would love to know what their plans are the final game, because it's early access, but I don't know if that means there's a lot more to it or not. This really is only going to be for the people that, I mean, it's a classic genre that isn't quite used much anymore.
Smaller craft.
Because there's real no... Today, games are all about the meta. Like League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm, those MOBAs. It's more about, okay, you're winning the game. You can win or lose the game, but after that, what are you going to do to continue your progress? There's got to be some other progress mechanism. And this doesn't have that right now. And I'm not saying it needs it. I'm just saying that tends to be... Oh, I got faked out there. That tends to be what keeps games going. And I don't know if they plan to implement something like that, or if they have some long-term...
Ghost orbs.
There's the ghost orbs. Long-term plan for it. So we see where the real ghost orb is.
Velocity orbs.
That's the real one to the left. Although I don't know why I'm keeping these in play when I shouldn't. This is the real one right there. Don't need those extra ones. I don't even know if there's a good thing to have. So now they rotate. That's a good thing. I don't think they rotated before. Ah, that's awesome. You can shoot things. There's Mr. Doctor. Kind of looks a lot like me if I was an anime character and cleanly shaven. Let's try something different for now. Oh, it got blurry. What are we doing here? Why did she sound so masculine? We, Nadia, are gonna try if we can do small operations with these things. Alright, still kind of iffy on the language there. For now, the reach of the controls isn't far enough to test it in the ocean yet, but the environment can still be hostile towards ships. What are we talking about? Don't worry, we'll check the limits of these nanos, and at the same time help my niece's poor little hamster. So we're inside of a hamster. Oh, I like the background. All those red blood cells flying through the air. Oh, and we got another mechanic here. We're going around in circles, so let's try to shoot. There we go. This is very, very interesting. Yeah, so you saw if you're a native oh gosh, this makes things way more difficult. So if you saw the dialogue, it was kind of weird. I mean, I got the gist of it. We're in a hamster. I didn't get the thing about the battleships. Like, it might have been an analogy that was poorly constructed. But if it wasn't, then I have no idea what he's saying. Now, one thing I think the developers could do, and this is just a general tip if they're watching this, and that's to make the levels kind of... like when you're introducing a new mechanic like this, kind of explain it away through the dialogue. I think that'd be really nifty. So you'd know what you'd be like, oh, there's for whatever reason we have to keep moving, or something like that. We have to keep moving, or else the red blood cells are going to get hit by it, or something like that. And then that would be like, oh, there's a new mechanic being implemented. Let's try that. However, even though you viewers haven't seen what I saw as far as the previous build of this game, it's immensely better. And they know it. I know they have to know it. It's way better than when they initially released. And so I gotta say, good job, guys. I look forward to seeing what's different about the game. If you want to check out the game, like I said, it's $5 on Steam. It's Nanos. And it's in early access, so expect it not to be perfect, but expect active development and active community chatter, because I made a post about how bad the physics were because it was unplayable. You'd have to restart so many times because it would just put you in a situation where you couldn't get the ball back and it wouldn't restart the level. So now I think, no, you still can't restart it. But they said, let's say that you could. But they're making good strides toward it. You don't need to restart it as much. So with that being said, my name's Jay Beetle. If you enjoyed this, and if you're a developer and you want me to throw my 2 cents in about your own game, just leave me a message. Also subscribe, like if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.